Well, I just hope that everybody is ready for today's segment because today we are here getting real techie. We are here talking about SEO, search engine optimization, and we are here with our friend from South Carolina also, Jeff Brown from Top of Google. Welcome, 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 Jeff. How
Hey,
are
Yvette.
you?
Oh, great. Thanks for inviting me.
So
Appreciate
you
it.
know that I'm always getting SEO. It's just three letters, right? It's an acronym:
Yes.
SEO, OES, whatever.
Right, right. Everybody screws it up. It's
Everybody screws it up.
search engine optimization. Right,
So,
right. It's fine.
absolutely, absolutely. And search engine optimization is something, of course, that in the evolving world of business is that we should all
Right,
know about. We should all have some consideration for search engine optimization or SEO, and
right,
have that in our thought process in terms of how we're going to promote our business, how we're going to market our business, how we're going to reach that consumer. So
right.
we are going to knuckle down and get into some questions here for you, Jeff, so that we can really expand
Okay.
on, what this is all about. Now, the first thing that I do have, though, in your top pocket, there is all of those big words that you have and that you use when you're around me. We're gonna,
I'll simplify it. That's what you're
perfect,
asking.
perfect. We're on the same page then, Jeff. Are
That's
you
fine.
ready?
Yes.
So, Jeff, how soon should we consider as a business owner, and as a small startup, how soon should we actually consider, considering search engine optimization?
You should start to think about it at the very beginning when you're getting your brand, your trademark. And when you're getting your trademark or your brand, you're going to be looking up a domain name, which is something.com, and like home care something.com. And so you're thinking about your brand and your keyword phrase, your main keyword phrase, because the internet is everywhere now, and people are going to look you up and they're going to investigate you, and they're going to try to see if they need your services. So you got to think about that from the very beginning.
So, and it is exactly what it says it is, right? Search engine optimization is optimizing the search engine feature of Google or the internet, right?
Right. Think about it simply as labeling. Like if you were going to give a paper, or you were advertising or something like that, you need to label it correctly. You need to have the right kind of keywords. When you write something, you usually have a header tag in there. Then you have a header underneath a body of text, another header as well. When you have pictures, are they labeled correctly? That's
Right,
a
right.
simple way to say it. It's very important because Google is about 80% now of the searches out there. Bing as well as maybe 6 to 10%. It changes. Bing is like the Microsoft version of the search engine. Is very good as well. They operate on very, very similar um, criteria. And so it's important that you're well liked, you have links coming into you, or you have people recommending you that have high reputation. And it's also important that you have every page labeled correctly. Like if you're a certain subject, you don't want to have keywords in there that are just uh, tons of keywords like spam. You want to have
You want
something
to be
that is
specific,
related to your
right?
content.
And be very specific. Totally get you. Totally get you. So, your team, Jeff Brown team and the Top of Google team, I come along and, as a customer of Top of Google, I've come to you and I've said, Jeff, I want to be seen, right? And you've sat down with me and you've gone through some discovery discussions with me. So
Right.
share with us what you and your team actually do when it comes down to making that decision. Yes, I want to look at my search engine optimization, my platform. What is it that your team does from that point on, Jeff?
Okay. Well, what we devise is a strategy. Um, like getting you a press release about your business, writing content, whether you need copy, which is like advertising copy on your site, uh, and, and blogs, because it's all about content. Content is king, and you need to have the, the, the best unique content about your industry. And so I also look at your keyword phrases in Google according to the Google ad tool, because Google has tons of data that could help you, to know what to search for, to know what to write about, to know what keyword phrases we should go after. I mean, that's very important. And so I help you from the very beginning. You might not know what kind of domain name you need, which is your something.com. It could even be your name.com, like first name, last name.com, or your brand. So we learn what is out there already, or what is available. So we could go to websites, we could type it in, just like we can look up the keywords that are available, that are getting searched every month, and how
Right.
much. What are the most important keywords? Where are the easiest keywords to go after with the lowest amount of competition but the highest amount of traffic?
Right.
So and I've encountered all kinds of clients, from the hotel new owner of a hotel, to the restaurants that have many locations that they have a trouble location, or let's say like the small business owner, where they'd be a home care startup that needs to get out there in their area. So I have these different plans for the top page of Google, whether it be the Google Places at the top, the Google Ads at the very top, if they want to pay to Google directly and I manage them. The content below 1 through 10. There's
So
all kinds of. Go ahead.
this is a subject, this is a topic that, obviously you can't just pick up and just run with it. And I guess it's to say is that, sometimes as small business owners or new business owners, we want to try and consider doing everything, right? I can do a quick website, I can create my email and so forth and what have you. But what you're talking about is very, very focused, specific information. And the knowledge base needs to be there for you to really execute and maximize on that effort of putting your brand out.
Well, one important aspect that I didn't mention, like after the domain name, is before you start the ads, before you start the blogs about the topics, let's get your website working properly. Let's get you a good. We like working with WordPress. It's a platform. It's like a type of engine or a car for websites, and it's open source. So there's all these people around the world creating things for websites in WordPress. And so there could be themes about home care, and what we can do is work with the theme or the platform, and then we want to make sure that it's uh, very friendly to the search engines. So the WordPress, or the car, or the website, has all kinds of plugins, which is technology that you can plug in. One could be for scheduling, for your visits that you do for home care. One could be for a gallery, right? That you want to show your happy patients. One could be even for testimonies. You
Right,
want,
right.
yeah, you could have all kinds of plugins in there. One could be for SEO, or search engine optimization, like Yoast plugin. And it helps you monitor, because it's just like you don't have to worry about your car that has all kinds of digital components.
Right,
Even
sure.
then, it tells you when your oil is low. So you can, as a business owner, really focus on all these things, because, but
It's very
WordPress
specific.
is simple enough that I could teach people how to work with WordPress. A lot of this is common sense, and that's what's good. And I don't want you to be anyone to be intimidated by search engine optimization, because hey, it's important. You do some of these things yourself for different aspects of your life, through school, or whatever you've had to do a resume, you know, you've had to label, you've had to, and even like when you save images on your computer about your business, let's say you took a picture of you in a happy uh, client, you know, that, and you want to label it correctly too. You don't want
Right,
to just
right,
like all these
right.
random characters.
Well,
It doesn't help you.
I can assure you that I don't want to be taught. You know, because
Right.
you're talking about this like, you know, very excited about, you know, SEO, just like how I get excited when we say we're going shoe shopping, right? But
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm just that one who you don't have to teach. There is no way that I'm gonna call Jeff and the team. Okay. But Jeff, I want to ask you this. For a person who's coming into this, you know, setting themselves up, you know, is this a short-term type arrangement? Do I call Jeff and top of Google and say, yeah, I want to do search engine optimization, but you know, I just want to just do it for 30 days, 60 days, whatever the case may be. How long would you really recommend to be running that SEO campaign for a startup in particular?
Okay, so it depends, and that's a good question. It depends on what your needs are, and different results. I see immediate results with the press releases we do that get in Yahoo Finance, Newswire, Global Newswire, and Bloomberg, and all these different. There's like 2,000 different distributors. That shows up immediately under your brand, and I even go after your local area. That will be like immediate, and that's an external uh, piece of content that gets distributed in many different links, and Google loves that, so it stays up there. So that will help you long term. And
Right,
then there's those aspects of, because there's these bigger operations, they realize the value of adding unique content to stay on top of the game. Some people are only doing new blogs or new content. Sometimes they have someone in house, but that could be much more expensive than what I would charge
right,
to
sure.
do, you know, to do blogs. So yeah, you do need a lot of people. They need professional writers.
Right.
People have a dream. They know they have that
That
instinct,
vision.
that gut, yeah, that vision. They have that really that urge they can't get over. They need to do something on their own. They like that independence. And so if you realize that you do need more unique content every month, but if that's not within your budget, it's totally understandable. There's some people that they just have something where they realize, and it's the basics, their name, address, phone number is called a NAP, and they need this information to be consistent across the board. And since Google takes all these local listings from everywhere, and like a dentist's office, they might they want to make sure that it's consistent. What if it's under a name of a dentist that they fired, and it's a
Right,
dentist
right,
practice?
right.
They don't want to have all this, and they don't have wrong information or duplicate content that's not unnecessary. So it's important that like a local, like a Yellow Pages, and that's been since like 2009, and it's been getting really complex. But they want the simplicity, and they want to pay a lower budget of just making sure their info is correct out there.
This
So
definitely isn't a straight one shot, 1, 2, 3 kind of a deal, right, Jeff? And again, you know, as you're speaking, you know, I'm trying to put all the
okay,
pieces together and so forth and what have you. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come
okay,
back. We're going to wrap this all up in a nice little package here,
sure,
and see whether we can, you know, touch on a couple of different areas as it relates to how does that campaign get out there.
okay.
So we're going to be right back. Just hold tight, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have been discussing today SEO, search engine optimization, and really it is exactly what it says. We're optimizing the search engine platforms, whether it be on Google, whether it be on wherever. Um, those areas are what's going to push our business, our name, our brand out to the consumer, ensuring that we're getting those calls, that we're getting those inquiries. So search engine optimization, as we have been joined here by Jeff Brown of Top of Google, right here in South Carolina, is explaining the importance of, adding that extra flair to your business campaigns, to your marketing campaigns. It's not something that everybody can just pick up and do. You most definitely have to be seasoned and experienced and knowledgeable in this area. And that's why we have Jeff here with us today. Welcome back, Jeff.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So let's push on, because I have a couple more questions that may get a little bit in depth, but got a couple more questions here. So if I'm creating a campaign, there's always, it balances it out. There's good and there's bad, right? What are the pitfalls of creating that SEO campaign, or what could possibly show up as a pitfall in doing SEO campaigns?
Okay, good question. Just to also summarize what I was saying, everything really matters with your business, and you know that as a business owner. And so it really matters. Maybe there's a misspelling on your website.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe you're using shared hosting, which is a slow form of hosting. So it takes too long. People, they just hit the back
Move
button.
on.
They go right. Maybe your website's not mobile friendly, but it's desktop friendly. That could affect a lot of people, especially younger people.
Sure.
Everybody's on their phones.
Makes
Those
absolute
are
sense.
yeah. But as a professional, I want to make sure that doesn't ever happen to you. But you could also, let's say you have a practice like an OBGYN or a dentist practice. I've seen this where they don't have access to their Google Places username and password, which affects their yellow pages of Google. They don't, so they have to hunt it down. They have to verify it. It takes like 7 days. Little things like that. I'm used to seeing this happen where big operations, you'd be amazed. They just, because it's just so much to think about. And the more that social media as well has come into focus as a tool to reach out to people, that's another pitfall that people, they might not have access to their social media page. They might be having problems with that. There was, let me see. So all those components, everything matters.
Right, right.
You wanna be able to, because one little thing could screw up things. Uh, I'm telling you, like, as well. Like, here's another pitfall. Someone has a website, it's beautiful, but they don't have an SSL. That mean what an SSL is a if you ever if you ever want to enter in something into a website, if you want to type into a form, that website needs, as a good standard that Google accepts, to have an SSL, which is HTTPS. It means that your info is encrypted or is secure from being intercepted from the outside.
Now,
But
you remember what we said in the beginning of the broadcast, right? There was that whole thing about your top pocket. It was going to empty out all of those big words.
okay, I'm sorry. Well,
I'm
well,
just
let's say
messing with
let's.
I'm
I
just
know,
messing with you,
I know,
Jeff.
I know. But when but when anybody wants to put in like credit card information in a website, let's say they're going to the website and it says not secure in the browser. That's
Right,
that's
right.
like that's bad. You want it to be secure. You also wanted to have terms and conditions and a privacy policy. You don't want like people to sell your data. You
Of
don't,
course.
or you want to know. These are little standards that keep coming up, and so we're trying to make sure we cover those bases. So I like starting with people that just start out their business and leading them the
Right,
right
right.
way,
And,
whether
and like,
they're with me a little while or
right.
short period.
And like you said, all those few things that you talked about, whether it's compatible with your handheld, if you have the disclaimer, these are all pitfalls that if not done correctly, you really haven't done it correctly.
Right, right,
Right.
right. So,
So let's close out with this. In short, how is it that we create an SEO campaign?
okay.
Just in short.
Yeah. Well, we make sure that you have a website that's fast, that has, and you have a plan in place where we can make updates to it. If you just get a web designer first and and they don't do the SEO, you'll be lacking as well with that. Or SEO and they don't do web design. That's a problem. You want a whole solution. You want a whole solution. So you need something in place where, like an agreement, where someone can make unlimited changes, or a lot without nickel and diming you. You don't want a web design. These are basics, and it's really good. You want a web designer that is not just a freelancer that does it on the side. Or something like that, or a brother, an uncle. These are things. And so you want a strategy with and an agreement. Someone can do your web design, make sure the hosting's fast, take care of your hosting. You're good in good hands. Your website's up there 24/7. Then you want to start adding have good copy in your site that is marketing, that closes people, that brings them into filling out forms. You want to have that in place. Then you want to start doing the press, the news, the blogs.
Right.
So, and you want to have a standard website too that's mobile friendly. Like
Right.
people, their eyes, are used to home, about us, all that. Contact us. These are, and also, let's say you need a strategy which is ADA compliant. If you have like a restaurant would want that. A website needs a special reader classes. Those are things to consider. That it all is different with each kind of industry. So
There is
those
so
are
many
strategies.
things to think about.
Yeah,
So many things. And hence I go back to, getting yourself involved with a Jeff Brown, top of Google, somebody in that area who's got the expertise, they have the knowledge, they have the breadth and width to actually make it happen. Because there are so many pitfalls that that right there and easily, accessible, if you will. So I so appreciate the information that you're bringing to us, Jeff, and you'll
my
be
pleasure.
you'll be with us at our upcoming home care conference, which is on June 28th in Florence, South Carolina. So for all of you who are not aware of that, please head over to our website that Jeff created at www.homecarebusinessadvisors.com. Check out the information for our upcoming event. It's going to be awesome. We have an array of different speakers of all the different areas that you will need in starting up and operating your business in your early stages. Jeff, I cannot wait to see you there. Come
Same here.
ready, shoes polished and that voice nice and sharp. So we can get that message out there to our new owners and our home care officers about the importance of SEO, about the importance of branding. So we are looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to seeing you again
Oh,
there.
me too. Me too. It'll
We
be great.
thank you, we thank you, we thank you. So with that, for everybody, again, you have just listened and heard about search engine optimization with Jeff Brown of Top of Google. Jeff, just tell us real quick, how can we get in touch with you?
Yes. Okay. Well, my 800 number, 1-877-867-6346, extension 311. And also topofgoogle.com. We're still, if you type in top of Google, we're on the top page of Google.
Well, you
And
should be, right?
well, and we've been working. We started in 2000. I started 2005 to 6. getting people on the top of Google for press releases. So I've been a home-based business for a long period of time, and went into business on my own in 2009 to 2010. So I really enjoy working with people starting up their business, and I love getting referrals and giving referrals as well. So I'm the ultimate, website development, your friendly neighbor. So
Absolutely. And I also know another reason why you like to work from home is so that you can get to the gym, nip into the gym and do a quick workout just before a session. Because we've had that problem with you before, Mr. Brown.
well, no, I'm trying. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Jeff, it's been a pleasure, my love. I thank you so very much for being here. And for
Thanks,
everybody
Yvette.
out there, again, please, 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 subscribe to our YouTube channel, head over to our website. And if anybody is in the area, our home care conference is coming up on June 28th in Florence, South Carolina. And all the information is right there on our website. Or you can reach us at info@homecarebusinessadvisors.com. As always, it's a pleasure. Take care until we see you again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Yvette.
See
Thank you,
you.
everyone.